Fantastic. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmaster. I have the privilege today of evaluating Athena's speech. Athena will be talking on a case for arts education, which many of us know she has a deep passion for. This will be a part of her pathway training for innovative speaker, and she will also have 5 to 7 minutes for this speech, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Paul. It's no secret that Athena has a strong love for the arts and education. She teaches dance classes weekly and enjoys choreographing Broadway musicals. Without performing arts classes in school, it's highly unlikely that she would be doing either today. Listen as she offers a case for arts education. Please help me welcome Athena with a case for arts education.
I am ebullient today, or ebullient, or however you say that word, because I get to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects. Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. Pablo Picasso. Everyday life is challenging right now. What are some of the things that you go to when you want to be refreshed or wash the dust off of everyday life? My guess is that you go to something creative or artistic. For me, it's a book or a movie or a magazine or taking pictures or looking at pictures or watching videos. Sometimes it's singing along to an up-tempo song or even a melancholy one. Arts are all around us. They can help make life more meaningful, which is one reason why arts education is important. The California Arts Alliance defines arts education as a rich array of disciplines including dance, music, theater, media arts, literature, design, and visual arts. It's a core academic subject, and it is an essential element of a complete and balanced education for all students. The goal of my speech today is to connect with you, the audience, and share something that you may not be familiar with, and also to lay out expectations and outcomes. I've chosen arts education. My expectation is for you, the audience, to move you a bit higher on a scale of 1 to 10 when answering the question, how important is arts education? So right now, Craig will put up a post or a poll to share with you. So you have about 10 seconds to record an answer using the scale of 1 to 10. How important is arts education? At the end of my speech, you'll have a chance to reevaluate and answer it again for comparison. In elementary school, I had the great fortune of being part of the Gifted and Talented program at my school for the performing arts. The program was for the performing arts. My school was not a performing arts school. Let me clarify that. I remember when I was about 10 years old or so, a guest choreographer came to school and worked with us, teaching us a special dance. A few weeks later, my parents took me to a high school downtown, and there we did a dress rehearsal with other dancers from the district, and then we had the performance of the show. Besides the dancers, the show featured a choir and an orchestra. You know, that experience was one of the first of many in which I felt a part of something bigger than myself. That was a great feeling, and it's one that I still seek to experience over and over. When I got to middle school, I was the theater teacher's assistant for a play, and I prompted the actors on their lines. High school was a flurry of choir performances and plays and musicals. I even had the opportunity to choreograph a whole musical for the first time. I was a good student, enjoying most of the academic subjects, but it was dance and performing that really lit my fire from an early age. I continued on through college and beyond, even presenting a paper on arts education for my master's degree thesis. Without arts education, I don't think that I would have found my path in life so early. Having the opportunity to learn about and experience the arts along with academic subjects in school helps me today. It helps me to think more creatively when challenges in life come my way. I can also maintain a more positive outlook on life because I know there are always creative options to most every situation. That's why arts education is important to me. But why should it be for you too? New evidence on the benefits of arts education from the Brookings Institution says that engaging with art is essential to the human experience. Almost as soon as motor skills are developed, children communicate through artistic expression. Arts participation is related to behaviors that contribute to the health of civil society, such as increased civic engagement and greater social tolerance. Rip any negative headline from the news today, and I'll bet that greater social tolerance would be of great value in changing that situation around. Some of the research conducted by the Americans for the Arts in 2018 has been distilled into 10 fast facts. I'm only going to share 3 of them in the interest of time. Number 1, a student involved in the arts is 4 times more likely to be recognized for academic achievement. Number 2, low-income students who are highly engaged in the arts are twice as likely to graduate college as their peers with no arts education. Number 3, 72% of business leaders say that creativity is the #1 skill they are looking for when hiring. I'd like to leave you with an excellent quote from Jane Alexander, former director for the National Endowment for the Arts. When we teach a child to sing or play the flute, we teach her how to listen. When we teach her to draw, we teach her to see. When we teach a child to dance, we teach him about his body and space. And when he acts on stage, he learns about character and motivation. When we teach a child design, we reveal the geometry of the world. When we teach children about the folk and traditional arts and the great masterpieces of the world, we teach them to celebrate their roots and find their own place in history. How important is arts education? It's time to answer that question again. My hopeful expectation is that your answer moved up at least 1 digit and that you will consider advocating for arts education when you have the opportunity.
All right, thank you, Athena, for